Good morning from a beautiful day in North Idaho. I'm out here moving stuff with the mini skid, and wouldn't you know it, the old track fell off. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to kind of show everybody how to put the track back on. So we'll just dive right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is get the track up off the ground. So in this case, I was moving a bunch of these trees and tried to back up, and I got a stick stuck in there. So what we're gonna do is we'll turn the thing on, lift the front end of it, and then we'll use the handyman to lift up the back. There we go, get it up nice and high. And then we'll take our good old trusty handyman jack. Then you can use it either way. I've lifted it both ways through either these holes here or even the step plate. But for ease of camera purposes, I'm gonna use the step plate today. All right, so as you can see, the track has come completely off of the machine. And we're just going to continue to take it off just for ease of operation here. And get all the other dirt and stuff out of the bottom. Get all nice and cleaned up here. And here you got your rollers. These are sealed bearings. There are no grease zerks on them, which I wish there was, because I feel like that would help a lot. There's no grease zerks anywhere down here that I can find, minus the adjustments, the tensioners, the grease tensioners for this front idler, which is really seems kind of silly to me. I mean, I know they're Chinese, but it seems like they could put something on there. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this plate. These are both 10 mil bolts, and then once that's off, it will expose the grease tensioner. So now you can see in there's the grease tensioner. It looks like it's been purging a lot of grease on the front side here. So that could be why the track lost its tension. So next there is, well, we're going to clean it up first so we can actually see what we're doing here. So if you can't get in there on this machine, I don't know if all the machines are the same, but you can pull this whole apparatus out. So this is what the whole wheel looks like outside of the guide. And now you kind of got better access to loosen up your tensioner, let all that pressure out, and then this should slide back into the spring for better tensioningness. So what I did on this one is I ended up using my crescent wrench for this top bolt, and then the lower bolt is a 7/8. And then once you get that, what I do, I'm sure this is not factory recommended, but I just take this bolt all the way out, just like that, and then it relieves all that pressure. Make sure you always have a bunch of rags, because this is grease. It's a grease pressure fitting, so I mean there's grease freaking everywhere. And then make sure that you try not to fill that with dirt. So I always keep a whole roll of shop towels on hand. And then we'll just set this down out of the way. And then just use your body weight and push this back down in. See all that grease and sludge come out. You're going to end up using quite a bit of grease to fix this, or to put this back in, but that's right. More shop towels. Clean up this mess. I'll put this bad boy back in, and then it goes back in. So there's these little grooves. These little grooves in there. It's really hard to see, but you can see my finger in there. That's where the zerk goes. And then you can see where there's a little shelf right there that this piece sits on. And that's just where it sits. So ready to put the apparatus back in. Make sure you leave this top bolt here loose. This one here. because what that does, it allows this zerk to rotate. That way, once you get it in there, you can rotate the zerk in the correct orientation to fit in the... One thing I do want to point out, though, is there is a top and a bottom to these things. You can see how this has the slide, and then it kind of hooks down. So that obviously mimics the slide on the backside or inside the shaft here. So make sure this is down. And then once you've got it slid in, it should look like that. And then it's just as simple. You just have to spin this zerk around where you can see it. Get these bolts tightened down. Then once that's in there and nice and tight, you've got your idler back a ways so you can fit your track in here. Then what I use is a pair of battery terminal pliers, and I just reach in there, and then I use that to rotate the grease zerk ever so slightly. Sometimes you can get it with your hands, and you kind of get it rotated about where you want. Get the nut put in there, and then I use a full double extendo 3/4 ratchet, or I'm sorry, 3/8 ratchet with a 1 1/8" socket. And I bring it in from the back, and then we just use that to tighten that nut down. But you got to make sure that your grease zerk stays where you want it to while you're rotating. So that's what these pliers come in handy for. Oops. Like that. So now our zerk is sitting in a good greasable location. All of our bolts are tight. So now it's time to put our track back on. All right, so same as before, just backwards. Just like that. Now the track's back on. So what I just use the Harbor Freight goodies. So this is the Harbor Freight grease gun, Harbor Freight grease, Harbor Freight quick connect and hold. So that goes on there nice and tight like that. And then you just start squeezing, making sure there's no grease coming out, which it's not. I hear pressure, and then you'll start to see this wheel start moving. One more thing I want to mention too about these is the way I went through it was kind of worst case scenario, down and dirty, all the way in, all the way out type things. Most of the time, probably you're not going to have to take the whole track all the way off. You're not going to have to take the whole idler front all the way out. You know, you're not going to have to press all the grease out of the adjustment. But I just like to show you, that way you have the knowledge and you know how to do it yourself too. Most of the time, you probably just be able to get a pry bar in here, pop it back onto the track teeth, and let some of the grease out in the center here. Pop it back on, slide it back in, and off you go. That's what I just wanted to make sure that, you know, what you had was what you needed. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like, and have a good one.